In this video, I'm going to show you how I trade non-farm payrolls. I'm going to show you and explain to you how I think we should all be trading high-impact news events. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today it's Friday, April 3rd. It is NFP, non-farm payrolls. We're about 30 minutes away from the news release. We're going to also see the updated U.S. unemployment rate. Now, a lot of people are saying these are just initial numbers and it's going to get much worse in the coming weeks and the coming months. But I still think that this NFP could be a shaker. We've seen some NFPs together, some of these non-farm payrolls. We know it happens every first Friday of every single month. We've seen some of them not really move the market before, but I think this one could be a mover. However, I am short Euro USD this morning. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Austin Silver. I appreciate you being here, checking out my trading videos. If you find value, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. That's really what helps YouTube get my value out to more traders. And right now, I feel more obligated than ever to share what I can to help make an impact on people's lives. We're having more people join our team, more people sign up than ever before now, and I think it's because people are waking up. They're seeing that they need to take control of their financial future. I was up this morning at 2 o'clock, couldn't sleep, really wasn't tired. I'm very motivated, like I said, to get this message out, so I was hungry. Maybe that, and maybe the market kind of woke me up because we had a lot of good trade setups this morning, and I found a great entry on Euro USD. I'm actually 75%, a little bit more than that, out of this trade already. I'll put the P&L up here so you can see what I've closed so far. And what we're going to do here in the next 30 minutes is manage the rest of this trade as we have been, candle by candle on the 15-minute. We've got 2 more bars until the 8:30 news hits. I'm going to be full out of this trade by the time the news hits. But if this wants to drop 10, 15, 20 more pips in the next 30 minutes, 25 minutes, I want to grab those pips. If you remember, last week, I was trading into a high impact news event and I was in Euro USD long. I'll actually show it to you. And what happened, it was unemployment news when they announced that there were 3.3 million US unemployment claims. So my thought process was that news could shake the whole market. I was worried. I was like, oh man, I definitely don't want to be in any trades during that high impact event. That's a similar event to what we have today with the unemployment rate. Now, here's the day that I was long that I'm speaking about when we had that Euro USD news last week. So I was in my trade, trading the opposite direction that I'm trading today, because for me, the direction doesn't matter. I just trade what the technicals say. The news pin here on that day was not as significant as I thought it was going to be. It was actually just this pin right here. So instead of holding the trade all the way until news, closing some of it as it came higher, I actually closed this trade 2.5 hours before news. So I left about 100 pips of a move out here from 6:30 into 7:30. I missed that entire rip. It was double what I already took off the piece. So I should have held in until the news event. And that's why today I'm making sure to hold into the news event until right before. In case there's more money in it, I'm going to learn from my mistakes last week, right? Manage these trades better every day. And then yesterday, even, we had some news. I'll show you on Euro USD. Yesterday, we were short Euro USD. You can go back and watch the recap of that trade. I had a couple entries, one here at 4 o'clock in the morning. Again, I was up a little early. Got stopped in profit on that one. And then I grabbed some of the drop here. I missed majority of this move because we had high impact US dollar news. So I took my winner and I went on with my day. The news is very hard to predict, whether it's NFP, whether it's an FOMC announcement, it doesn't really matter. It's very difficult to predict. So the best thing to do is find consistent setups before, behind your edge, and then trade after. But don't trade into the news. It's too risky. It is literally chasing after the herd. That's where all the amateurs are coming in. I've been doing this now for 5 years. I talk to people all the time. My Instagram is blowing up recently. Make sure you're following me right here. Like all of these people that I've spoken to, so many amateur traders, trust me, I see them. They are trying to trade news. They are throwing money at these events. It is not where we're going to make money. I've never made money consistently trading a news event, holding into a news event. The only time you'll see me hold into a news event would be in a situation like this. Now, if it wasn't Friday of NFP, where I think it could be a bad NFP, I might hold this trade into the news event with my stop loss locked. That's the kicker. If you look at my entry, 108.33, the stop is at 108.16. So the 16 is less than the 33, 16 is lower than 13, so you know that stop loss is lower than my entry price, which means that if price comes higher, it'll take me out in profit. That's when I would hold into a high impact news event. But other than that, like today, I'm taking the winner, I'm moving on with my day. It's nice to be done trading before 8:30. So let's give this some time. I appreciate you being here. Like I said, if you find some value, if I'm giving you some knowledge here that you're going to use going forward, just make sure you give me a thumbs up. That's all I need. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos, but the thumbs up is all I ask for. If you have any questions too, drop a comment. I'm here to answer anything you can. And like I said, let's give it a few more minutes. I'll come back on with you guys right after I close the trade, right before the news comes in. All right, guys, it is 8:20. I am full out of the trade, as you can see. I wanted to just show you quickly on the 1 minute. I did move my stop lower, but let me pull this up. You can see here. See this divergence we have forming on the bottom? I'm not saying that that means it's going to come higher, right? It's short term, but it is something when we have this news coming in. We're up over 6R from the original entry, so it's a really nice trade. There's no reason to try to stay in for another 9 minutes. What is this going to move in 9 minutes? And if it does move, it's not my pips. So I'm going to come back on after the news breaks and show you how this thing shakes out if it does at all. All right, guys, we are about 2 minutes away from the NFP news. As you can see, I am not in my trade anymore. Like I told you, full out. We're going to watch this news break, but look at Euro USD already pushing higher here. Let's pull up Forex Factory. Make sure this is refreshed. And I'm going to show you guys what normally happens when we have these NFP numbers come in. So you can see the unemployment rate is expected to go up to at least 3.8%. The non-farm employment change numbers are expected to be down 100K. Previous, they were up 273K. So this is the start, like I said to you already, of what I think is to come, where we see, you don't want to say worse numbers every week, but really bad numbers that I think don't just go away right away. I don't think we're going to see a quick recovery from this in a month. I think this is going to drag out, and we need to be aware of that. And again, really for us as traders, what that means, and this is what I've been saying in all of my videos and all of my trade recaps, that means that we're going to see more volatility, which means we need to be in the market and we need to be ready to play. Like, again, today, a 57 pip trade here. If I held it from the top to the bottom, which I did, I got 50 pips out of that small piece at the end. That's a massive move on Euro USD. If you go back 3-4 months ago, this was not even moving 57 pips in an entire day. So this volatility right now is driven by the uncertainty with all of this macroeconomic stuff going on, all of the coronavirus stuff and how it's impacting the entire world. So here we can see it's 8:30 now. You can see it in the top corner. Look, Euro USD getting a little movement here, a little higher. And again, that's why I wanted to be out of this trade. We don't know where it's going to go. Sometimes I've seen NFP go crazy. Sometimes it's nothing. Look, non-farm employment change, instead of down 100K, it was down 700K. And like I predicted, the unemployment rate is now 4.4%. So what that probably will do, you would think, would be send US dollar pairs lower, weaken the dollar. Look at the rise of the dollar since yesterday, right? Yesterday we had bad news on the dollar and it went higher. Today, hopefully, we'll see it act normally where the news, bad news pushes the dollar index down, which then would drive Euro USD higher. But we'll see. Sometimes the technicals lead the fundamentals. And here you see the short bias. You see the EMAs. You see the TDI. I made money short today. So maybe the technicals win and they send this thing lower. It's really hard to guess. And that's why I just don't trade the news. You can make your money before, like I just showed you, and you can come in and trade after. Come back at 8:45, 9 o'clock, see if it shakes out. Check what Bloomberg is saying, right? Make sure there's still some substance in the market, and then you can move forward. But for me, the move before is all I need. So I hope that you found some value in the video today. Actually, yeah. So I hope you found some value in the video today. I hope that you can trust me in my experience that you don't need to trade these news events. Even if this falls lower, you've seen my other recaps where I've let money just go right by my face because my rules tell me that news is inconsistent and it's safer to not trade those events. This could shoot down for 10 minutes and then spike up the rest of the day. NFP is very, very tough. So trust me, trust my experience. I've lost a lot of money. I want you to not lose that much money. Stick with before the news, stick with after the news, and make sure you're following repeatable systems. It's got to be the same entry signal, same stop loss, and looking for the same take profit. You want that edge. Follow that edge, stay out of the news. Don't be a part of the herd. So if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Again, if you're worried about missing money, like if I was to say, oh man, I'm going to miss this if it falls, we got to talk about your mindset. You got to start watching my other videos. So make sure you go subscribe and check out the other stuff. But for today, this is a really solid win. You see the P&L here. Like I said, any questions, drop them below. I'm here for you guys if you need me. Have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll see you in the next trade.